So I'd like to share a story. When I was about 10, my aunt, who's probably my favorite aunt, sat me down and we had this really amazing conversation. In that conversation, she shared two things. The first thing was that, look, your parents have set a standard for you, right? If you grow up and acquire the exact same things, you have not grown, right? That if you really seek to grow, understand that where you are now is the base. So that growth can look like whatever. Maybe the house has to be bigger or, a better financial position. You can define what that growth is, but there must be a form of growth. But then she added onto it and said, I need you to understand how long that process is going to take. So in your 20s, the chances are you are going to be broke. Hopefully you're not suffering, but you will not be liquid. And that was true. I saw flames in my 20s. But in your 30s, things will start to normalize. Things will start to get a little bit better. And that is true. And in your 40s, that's probably when you're going to become rich. That most people only strike gold round about 43 to 47. I'm not yet there, so fingers crossed. I'll let you know when I get there. But she also then mentioned that if you are not careful, by the time you finish your 50s, you could be broke again. You could be just as broke as you were in your 20s. Why? Because as you start to make money, the temptation then comes to start engaging in conspicuous consumption. What's that? Basically spending to show other people that I'm not broke anymore. And I think that talk was probably one of the greatest blessings that has ever fallen in my life because it's dictated everything since then. It's allowed me to be patient in the dry seasons, but it's also forced me to be a little bit more cognizant that as things get better, as there's incremental improvements in my life, my livelihood, and my finances, I must always be wary that there's this little gremlin sitting here that's saying, Bangene boy. It's saying, like show them that it's not as bad as it was yesterday. But for the most part, those people you want to show don't matter anyway. And it's up to you to set the right foundations to ensure that whatever you've built now will be preserved for decades to come. So, for the young people, give yourself a little bit more time. Be a little bit more patient. Your time is coming. Do not succumb to social media pressure. And for the rest of us, let's be a little bit more intentional about the steps we make so that we don't fumble further down the road.